was Joe Frato with his track River Rats. You're listening to the Total Tease podcast music show for Friday the 20th of September 2019. Now, Joe submitted that track ages back, but this was the first show since then. Won't get into really what happened with us going off the schedule and everything. I'm sure nobody's particularly bothered about hearing it, but I wanted to prove that this wasn't going to be another guy in your newsfeed says he's going to do a podcast, does 2 episodes and gives up thing. I'm deadly serious about doing this. It just wasn't a great... It just turned out to be not a great time. Anyway, I'd love to say I've been working on music, but I haven't really got that far with that either. I have been working on a small demo of synth tracks, among other things, which will include the demo Wait in Silence, which was featured on the last show, although it's probably going to be a different version of that. Regarding the show, we're going to be dropping the guest shows until I get my act together and start going to more local gigs and stuff like that, because I was really half-arsing it before. It's a shame because the guest shows were always a bit of fun and were literally the point of the show, but I don't see the point in doing it until I sort of, like I say, stop half-arsing things. That being said, if you invite me to your show, I'll certainly try to tag along. The last guest show with Chrome is now on SoundCloud though, so check that out. It is a good laugh. It's a really funny episode. The night before this episode is due to go out, Chrome will have played Whirly D, so not much I could really do with that information on the show. But it'll be interesting to see if I actually drag myself out for that. Bullets and Octane, since I love giving them a plug every episode, they recently released a Kickstarter for their next album, which might be a cool thing to check out if you like fast, hard party rock. Bullets regularly tour the UK and often come to York and Newcastle, usually going to Trillions. Jay from Pillar Artists has submitted us a number of tracks, which we'll probably get around to playing on the next show, which will be in 2 weeks' time, because of, as I say, we're not doing the guest shows anymore, so we'll do 2 music shows instead. But we're focusing on a solo show today because most of the people who submitted tracks were solo artists, and this was like an idea I had before. It's probably something I'll do again as well. But yeah, he also just last week announced the creation of a new independent music label which is called Rebel Rose. It's based in Newcastle, and the launch event of which we'll mention on the next show, probably along with those tracks. But for now, we have a track from Gaz called Years From Now. It is a little bit explicit, but I mean, so's this show in general, so, you know.
Pieces
That was Gaz with his track Years From Now. So, stuff coming up this weekend. I don't actually know anything that's happening the Friday night this episode goes out, which has thrown my structure off. But on Saturday instead, we've got some stuff to talk about. So, Hartlepool Town Hall Live 7, featuring, among others, Leopard Rays, Marines, and The Strawberry Mind, who we have played on this show before in the first music show. Doors for that are at 6. Indie punk band Arcadian Shadows have asked us to mention their show at Fibbers, supporting Juice. Fires of Freya released their first single, Take a Bow, at Beyond Vinyl in Newcastle. And the Lulas are also releasing their studio version of Pink Socks, which was featured on the last music show. We had the radio edit. That's everything that's happening on Saturday that I know of. For Sunday, we've got Jake Holt at Top of the Hops in Stockton. We've got JB Butterfield at the Anchor in Hartlepool. That's a bit of Americana from Seaton Carew. And I'm going to plug that with one of his tracks. He's got a couple more gigs he's asked us to mention as well. So that's everything that I know of that's happening this weekend. So next up we have a track from JB Butterfield.
Shadow on my backyard.
That last track was Al Devon with Different Lies, and just before that was JB Butterfield with his track, which is called, you guessed it, Aviator. So now's the part of the show where we talk about the stuff that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. Of course, we're only talking about the next 2 weeks now rather than a month, like was how we originally did it with the earlier music shows. Now, we haven't got as much to talk about on this show, just in general. I think partly the reason for that is just the fact that we haven't been around very much, and partly because obviously we're only covering this 2-week period now. Yeah, anyway, so Wednesday, next week, we have got Skindred at the Town Hall. I'm probably missing it, but they were a great show the last time. So, you know, if you can stand listening to the N-word like 50,000 times, then really do go and check them out, because that'll be a great show. Then on Thursday, it's a busy day. Thursday, we've got While Under, and what I'm going to assume is their first gig at Traders in Stockton. They're a really, really cool, like, budding young band. They've just sort of started in the past couple of weeks, but they feature some really, really good musicians, so I really would advise checking that out if you're looking for something to do on Thursday. Other things you can do that Thursday, Gary Newman at the O2 Academy in Newcastle. Again, I'm going to miss him on that one. I'm glad I have seen him twice now, but I am going to have to miss another one of his like classic shows, which is a bit of a shame. It's his 40th anniversary tour, so I'm sure he's going to be really on form. It's really not going to be a show for someone like me to miss, so it's a shame I am going to miss it, but nonetheless. And finally, on the same Thursday, another show from JB Butterfield. He's got an open mic night at Jackson's Wharf, Hartlepool. Then on Saturday, the 28th of September, the Gathering Sounds Festivals at the Arc. Although I think that is a multi-venue show. And that's from Coup Promotions. Then on the 2nd of October, another JB Butterfield show at the Don Bar. That's a benefit gig. Of course, then we've got Teesside Unleashed on the 6th of October. But for now, we have a track from McCormick, which is called The Girl I Knew Before. Now, this is definitely one of my favourites of the tracks on this show. Might be my favourite. I don't know, I haven't really pulled the trigger. I've toyed with the idea of doing like a Total Tease chart. But I thought it was a bit early days for something like that. But I think this would be up there if I did so. So, yeah, right, let's stop rambling on about the damn track and play it.
It cuts me up when I see you with another guy, a wall of silence. I wanna know why. I did my best to pacify your changing mood, and then I see you. You're waiting for the train, it makes me laugh. How you're running late again. I did my best, but you didn't feel the same. You didn't feel the same. Why don't you want me? Why don't you need me? Why don't you hold me anymore? Why don't you kiss me the way that you kiss me? Still smell the perfume that you wore. Why can't you be the girl I knew before? Me up when I see you with another guy, a wall of silence. I wanna know why. I did my best to pacify your changing mood, and why don't you want me? Why don't you need me? Why don't you hold me anymore? Why don't you kiss me the way that you kiss me? Still smell the perfume that you wore. Why can't you be the girl I knew before? You want me? Why don't you need me? Why don't you hold me anymore? Why don't you kiss me the way that you kiss me. So smell the perfume that you wore. Why don't you want me? Why don't you need me? Why don't you hold me anymore? Why don't you kiss me the way that you kiss me? So smell the perfume that you wore. Why can't you be the girl I knew before?
I think that's just about everything for today's episode. So I hope you've enjoyed the solo show, and if you have done, please do check out some of our previous episodes and tune in 2 weeks' time for our next music show. If you have any tracks you would like to feature in that show, then please do send them over either to the Total Tees Podcast Facebook page at Tees Radio, or by emailing them to wehaveatechnicalpodcast@gmail.com. Please do send a downloadable link, and I'll try and get you featured on the show as soon as I can. We do already have a good couple of tracks planned for that show already, which is good, and I really appreciate everyone who's submitted tracks for the next show and for indeed this show, and has indeed submitted their tracks in the past. Also, thank you so much for watching. God, these episodes get shorter and shorter, don't they? This is only 25 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to debut that Fires of Freya track, and then I'm going to do a shameless plug at the end of one of my own tracks, which is going to be Time Vacuum from my forthcoming EP, Falling Out of Time. It's a sound bit of ambience, if I say so myself. So first of all, this is Fires of Freya with Take a Bow. Thanks again for watching, and goodbye.
You can't keep me down, you try. You can't keep me down, you try. Will you fail? Take a bow, pluck from the ashes of your
Thank you.